Welcome to another episode of Take2 with Terry and Tony. I'm Terry.
And I'm Tony.
This week, you see we're back in our Season 1 set because our Season 2 set is being renovated.
It's freezing.
It's freezing down there in the meat locker that we call a set. And pretty much we're getting it ready to look even more horrible than what it already is.
Yes. So while that's going on, we're back in our Season 1 set. This week we're reviewing Flight, starring Denzel Washington.
Woohoo!
Yay! Denzel Washington finally back in the movie. When was the last movie Denzel Washington?
Safe House.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, that was
February. Moron.
Say something with your scarf on.
Continue.
Go ahead and tell us what the synopsis of the movie.
Synopsis: Flight. Flight is basically about Denzel Washington is a pilot for a prestigious airline. One day he's also an alcoholic and drug abuser. What happens is what?
This is the term you're using.
What happens? There's a pretty much an accident on the plane. The plane's going down, and he pretty much keeps the plane from crashing horribly, and he saves a bunch of the passengers on the plane. And then there's some events that follow. There's a big, the media is after him. He's a hero, but then they find out some dark secrets about him that could actually jeopardize his career and actually send him to jail. So it's pretty much about him struggling. Actually, a lot of it is him struggling with his alcohol addiction.
So, what did you think about the plot?
I thought the plot was good. I thought it was well written. I thought it was something original. I know those, things happen, and there's been movies about stuff happening like that, but
Drug abuse.
Yeah, but
alcoholism.
never in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So, what made it good for you?
Well, I also thought the plot was good. I thought it was original idea, especially, the whole, like you said, alcoholism and drug abuse, being on the job doing that type of stuff. That's not original, but the whole incident with the plane and then what came forth after that, I thought that was very original.
Yeah, and the way he saves the people with the plane, that whole scene pretty much to me was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
it starts off like really action packed and stuff. It draws you in like immediately.
Yeah,
The plane. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely the computer graphics they did with the plane, that looked really real.
Yeah, I thought it was real.
Yeah, so there's nothing bad about that in that aspect. So I think Denzel as an actor, this is probably one of the best roles he's had in a while. All his movies are good, but at character drawn movies, he really doesn't have really much to work off with. And with this one, you can see his range of emotions, and then he got to play a very good character who was conflicted. He's trying to be a hero, then dealing with his alcohol, and he has drug abuse also. He got to show those range of emotions and.
Well, the thing, I don't think he was trying to be a hero though. I think he stayed away from the spotlight because he knew that he was kind of a bad guy, and then he tried to cover his, he was trying to cover his tracks about the events that happened. So I don't think he ever thought he was a hero. The media thought he was, but I think he knew he wasn't though.
I think the way that they played it, it's like you thought he was a really good guy. Even with him having the drinking and the drug problems and stuff, just the way that they played it, it was almost to me like as a viewer, I was conflicted as to whether he was a straight a-hole or if he was a good guy, because you feel both ways about him.
Yeah, and you wanted to root for him.
Yeah,
you wanted everything to work out for him.
That's true. I thought that Denzel Washington, to me, and some people may disagree, I feel like he makes a lot of popcorn movies, and I feel like this was a movie in a long time that wasn't a popcorn movie.
Well, what were popcorn movies?
To me, popcorn movies are like Out of Time and Deja Vu, Unstoppable, Safe House. Those popcorn movies
where he doesn't really get to show, his true skills from from
an acting standpoint. He was just like he was in the movie he was like, oh, go see this because this is Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
Would just play. Okay.
Right. And this, to me, he actually was like, this was like a character-driven piece, and that's what I like about it. So.
He was good in Training Day.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the last time I really feel like he actually. Well, no, Man on Fire, even though that was kind of
people would probably consider that a popcorn movie too, but I thought it was more than just a popcorn movie because of the range of emotions he had when he came in as the hardened ex-military guy, and then he came to care for that kid. But I thought this was a good movie. The Nicole character who was in there,
explain her character.
The character they start showing her at first, and they're kind of like separate stories from Denzel Washington's character, but then it kind of comes together. It's kind of toward the middle, and she's a recovering heroin addict who he meets by chance in the hospital, and they get to form a relationship. And she's trying to quit, and she wants him to quit drinking and stuff, and then it's just about their relationship there going on too.
She introduces him to AA and stuff.
Yeah, she introduces him to AA and stuff to try to get him help because she doesn't want to go back to how she was, and she doesn't want him. She wants him to, get on the right path too. I thought her character was very well played. She's a newer actress that at least for me, I've never really seen her in anything that I can remember. But I think she did a good job playing the character Nicole. She was a believable drug addict to me. She looked like,
she sure did.
Especially in the beginning, she looked like she was a drug addict to me. So
now this was a side character, and he wasn't in there a lot. But one of my favorite characters from this movie was actually John Goodman.
He was hilarious.
He actually played Denzel Washington's drug dealer.
Yeah.
But he seemed like he was a little more than that. He was actually like his friend. I mean, he actually seemed like he had some type of medical background because he knew. I mean, when you're a drug dealer, I guess you know about the drugs. But remember there was that scene when they're in the hospital and he was reading off, checking his stats and stuff, and he knew all about the drugs and stuff.
And he was a drug addict and alcoholic too.
Yeah, but he's very more. I guess he was more functional than Denzel Washington was.
Right.
But he's probably one of my favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
Yeah, he's he brought that comedic effect to the film.
Mm-hmm. The movie also stars Bruce Greenwood, and then also Don Cheadle plays the lawyer for Denzel Washington in there too. So a lot of recognizable faces.
Yeah. What do you think about the movie, producer?
I thought it was really good. Like it was really exciting in the beginning. Like it drew immediately I was like on the edge of my seat or whatever. And then it slowed down, but the story was just so good, and it really took a turn I wasn't expecting. It was really good. I really liked it. The acting was good. The story was good. It wasn't too sappy or too sad either. You know what I mean? It wasn't too. I mean, it was deep and serious, but it just wasn't like over the top or anything like that. It was good.
Spoiler alert. Well, not spoiler alert. A warning. Do not take anyone under the age of 17 to go see this movie. Lots of drugs.
It's rated R.
It's rated R for a reason. Yeah, lots of drugs, cursing, and then nudity as well. The opening scene just full frontal. So be aware of that. So if you have sensitive eyes,
you seem pretty excited about that.
What about the full frontal?
Yeah, your voice did go up like
full frontal. It was just it's an inflection point to stress the seriousness of the nudity. Mm-hmm. Full frontal in this movie, so be forewarned. Did we like the ending?
Did you like the ending? I thought the ending was good. I thought it brought everything to a circle.
Yeah, it did. I did. I liked the ending very much because was it a happy ending? In a spoiler alert, to me it was. I mean, it was a
no. Don't say that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the ending, but to me, I thought it was a happy ending that tied everything together. So I thought it was a good ending.
I didn't think it was necessarily. I would say a happy ending. I would say it's the ending that it deserved. Everything came like it should be.
Mm-hmm. The ending fit the movie.
Yeah, the ending fit the movie.
So, when you watch the movie, let us know in the comments if you think Denzel Washington was a good guy or a jerk.
Yeah, let us know.
I want to know what people think about it.
Yeah, let us know if you think Denzel Washington's character Whitaker was a jerk or was he a good guy. So, so for this movie, I give it a salute.
Yeah, definitely a salute. So Flight, we give you a salute.
So, what we got on the show next week?
Next week, we have Mr. Bond.
Yes, James Bond returns.
Who's James Bond?
Daniel Craig.
Oh, that's who's playing him?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you know anything about the new Bond movie?
I know Daniel Craig's playing James Bond.
Just now.
Just after you asked.
It's called Skyfall. It's getting really good reviews. It's made a ton of money overseas already.
Mm-hmm. It broke the UK 7-day box office record already.
So they're saying this is pretty much going back as good as Casino Royale, a movie that I really liked. It's probably my favorite Bond movie that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So they said they're getting back to to a nice storyline and character driven. Because Quantum of Solace was horrible.
Quantum of Solace was not horrible. It's just that
compared it to Casino Royale.
Casino Royale was like the
classic.
Yeah, it was like to me it was like the Dark Knight of James Bond movies. To me, it was just that good. And then you kind of try to follow it up, and it's just like, if Casino Royale didn't exist, Quantum of Solace would probably have been pretty good. It would have been better than those Pierce Brosnan movies.
Oh yeah,
so.
You didn't like Pierce Brosnan?
His movie, man,
they were too over the top.
Yeah, they were churning out those movies just to try to make money.
Yeah, like the villain was so, like the conditions that they had were so unbelievable.
Yeah, and like the stuff he was doing and the tech in there was just like, this is stupid.
And they had Denise Richards as a scientist. That says it all. Case closed.
Please check
She's
and
a smart lady.
Yeah, she married Charlie Sheen. How smart can you be?
Right. And then you have an affair with like 50 Cent Boar or something.
Yeah, that really ugly guy with the long hair.
Yeah, he's like, what, 65?
Right. Anyway, we digress.
She's doing Medea movies.
So, yeah.
So she was an undercover brother. Come on.
Well, that movie wasn't funny because of her.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, no, it's not a far fetch for her to do Medea if she was an undercover brother.
Oh. You want to see Neil Patrick Harris in no Medea movie?
I could see him in one of those.
Dave Chappelle either. Or Eddie Griffin.
Okay, but I could see Neil Patrick Harris in one.
I can't see Neil Patrick Harris in no Medea
movie. He
movie.
did Harold and Kumar.
But Medea is a different story, though.
But we digress.
So join us next week when we review Skyfall, the new James Bond movie. Leave us a comment on our YouTube page. Also hit
YouTube channel, sir.
YouTube channel.
Use the correct term.
Get with it.
Follow us on our Twitter page. There it is.
Yeah.
At Take2 Terry Tony. At Take2 Terry Tony.
So until next time, I'm Terry.
And I'm Tony.
And we'll see you next week. Remember to vote on Tuesday.
Get out the vote. No matter who you vote for, but just vote.
This is neutral. Neutral show. Vote Tuesday.
Cut.